Is the Bitcoin price potentially gearing up for a bounce towards 9,000 or a decline deep down into the crypto abyss? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. After yesterday's heinous, borderline ludicrous debacle, is Bitcoin finally ready for a rally to the upside? Or, my friends, are we on the final hours here before an absolutely devastating capitulation-esque drop? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell. And let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up, all right? So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame for Bitcoin. So clearly, Bitcoin fell down out of this bearish head and shoulders pattern, which if you are subscribed here, you would know I've had this drawn here since this potential resistance point before the absolutely devastating decline. Now, my friends, what I want to focus on here is this range that I have outlined, this box, and it dates all the way back to here in 2018, where we started getting support and resistance flips. And Bitcoin has actually respected this all the way through 2019 and into 2020 right now. So the most recent one here is that we saw this act as resistance here. It broke through, then back tested, acted as new support, and then launched, right? It was our resistance ceiling, broke through, back tested, and then it was the launching pad up. Now, it's actually acting as our floor here once again. Now, this is both a curse and a blessing, my friends, because this could wind up being the next launching pad up. But if we fall through, I mean, this gets very, very worrisome for me here, as we've seen this act as a ceiling before, and creating a new support here now would basically build another potential ceiling for this to backtest to and potentially fail again if we drop lower. We'll discuss that more in depth in just a bit. But now, since Bitcoin is finding some buy pressure here at this region, what we have to start looking at here, in my opinion, is the other signs, right? Sure, we're seeing a V-shaped recovery here on the 4-hour time frame, but is there any other data to back this up? Well, surely we were oversold here on the 4-hour time frame on the RSI, so this does look healthy to me for a potential bounce back up into potentially overbought conditions. And here as well on the MACD histogram, we do appear to be building some positive bullish momentum, potentially looking to flip over into the green right now. Let's get this crypto. So there does appear to be some potential juice here for a micro run. Right? Keyword micro. And why do I say micro? Well, my friends, this box here in particular, really beginning around 8,400 all the way up to really 9,000, there is just a ton of historic price action confluence in here, which, as we should all know, old support and resistance, loves to act as the next potential resistance zone, right? So for me here, we should all know by now, if you're subscribed, that the way up here, the pattern to the upside after breaking this resistance ceiling down here, it was a staircase, right? You broke through resistance, back tested it, new support. Broke through resistance, back tested it, new support. Broke through, back test, new support until it failed. And now, my friends, we are doing the exact opposite. We test support, back to resistance, fail. Support, back to resistance, fail. And this would be very characteristic of this downward sloping pattern here to bounce back up to resistance and fail Okay, that would just be if this pattern continued. And of course, past performance does not indicate future results. The pattern does not need to continue. But if it were to continue, this is the spot that, for me, looks like it would be the rejection zone, right? So let's see, is there any other confluence there, right? And that's why I have the Fibonacci extension targets pulled up here as well of this micro move, right? The fib from the top of this move here to the bottom. Right now, in that very specific region, we do have the 0.618 and the 0.5 Fibonacci. Let's actually use a rectangle. I'll pull it and you guys see where that falls. I mean, that is not looking pretty to me, my friends. It is literally right in the same spot that I just pointed out, you know, roughly anywhere from 8,400 up to 8,700. This, to me, appears to be the zone where, if that pattern is to continue, keyword if, that would be the area that I would tentatively be looking for a rejection to continue the very bearish staircase pattern that we've been forming all along. Let's get this crypto. So right now, I do see sentiment here, especially if the global equities markets do continue to perform well today. If the crude oil, after yesterday's debacle, let's actually just take a quick look right now to see what's going on in here. If crude oil actually does continue to climb here today, right, and the global equities as well, right, if we do see this continue to rise here, right, today, you know, hopefully Bitcoin will follow in those footsteps, as, I mean, it has followed in the footsteps on the way down, so it may potentially look to do the same on the way back up. Let's get this crypto. And what I mean by that is that Bitcoin has been selling off when risk-on assets such as stocks have been selling off. And hopefully, if risk-on assets are beginning to get bought back up, hopefully Bitcoin will follow in the same fashion, right? But you could see here, my analysis for right now from a bullish perspective, I really can't go much further than this range right here. I mean, for me, it really looks to be anywhere from 8,400 to 8,700, maybe with an overshot target of 9,000. You know, that's about as far as I can look from a bullish perspective, right? I mean, if it gets above there, then my analysis will adjust at that time, and then I can start to focus on these ranges up here, right? But for the time being, we have a very, very staunch resistance level built all up here. I mean, that's really like a clear line in the sand, right? Multi-month support flipped into a resistance, back tested months later, and was formed as resistance again. That does not look good to me, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the double top retest and failure is a very weak sign of a trend, unless there is some saving grace here that winds up turning this into just one gigantic ascending bullish triangle. I mean, I guess it's possible, but that is way too far out for me to examine right now. For the time being, this just looks like more weakness. Double top, classic bearish, going into a head and shoulders breakdown, a classic bearish. So for now, I think you guys see the sentiment for a potential bounce, right? But let's discuss if there is no bounce, or even if there is, if we get rejected and then break this floor, right, and the support is lost. Let's discuss the potential outcomes of what could happen if that drops below, okay? Let's get this crypto. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. And now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes here, ladies and gentlemen, because you all know on this stream here, in the house, that Don Carbonaccio built. I give it to you as real as I can. I don't sugarcoat anything on this stream. And many moon boys really can't handle it, right? But it doesn't matter to me. This isn't a channel for moon boy degenerate hodlers with $100 worth of bitcoins. A coin and a dream, right? Moonshot dreams and Lamborghinis. This is not that, right? These people, they chant for the moon. Moon, moon. You missed the moon, James. You want the moon? You had to get in the market many, many, many years ago, my friend. You chanting for the moon after you found out about Bitcoin after the most parabolic bull run in history, up to 20,000, and here you are 3 years later chanting moon, moon, moon. My friend, do you not get it? That's like a delusional statement to make, okay? That you think that this is going to the moon. It already mooned, Stunad, years ago, okay? Looking at this market now, this is a trader's market. The market goes up and down, in and out. It inhales and it exhales. Anybody that's invested, quote unquote, in Bitcoin from any point after this blow off top in 2017, have they had any type of return on their investment in 3 years? Have they got any dividends? No. Has there been any growth to an underlying company? No. Have the fundamentals changed in any way, shape, or form? No. They've seen an asset deteriorate down to 3,000, come back up and deteriorate once more to 6,000 and continue to trade in a sideways chopping equilibrium range for 3 years. For me, this is a market for trading opportunity. Sure, if you'd like to be an investor, to each their own. For me, I see this as a market for swing trades, right? And right now, if Bitcoin is to fall below this region here, and we are to backtest this now as a new resistance, right? Say we drop it and fall. This, to me, my friends, looks like we could be forming another bearish descending triangle, just like we saw here, okay, back in 2018. That led to the capitulation of Bitcoin down, right? It looks very, very similar to me, ladies and gentlemen. And the fact of the matter is that you're going to have a lot of people right now that are going to say, but what about the halving, Kirby? My friend, is the halving really even that bullish? I mean, if anything, the only positive thing that I see that could come out of the halving is that miners have less Bitcoins created per day to dump on the market to pay their electricity bills. Okay? But then look at the other side of it. Half the block reward is going away. So those miners are getting half the Bitcoins that they are now. A lot of them are just going to pack up. They're just going to close up shop. I mean, it's very simple economics, right? This is just simple business, right? And the fact of the matter is, for me, my friends, is that I really don't see the halving as some crazy event that's going to miraculously moon the price of Bitcoin. We're seeing right now, evidently, that the price of Bitcoin is dumping with the stock market and risk-on assets. And things like gold have maintained their value, right? Sure, that can change at any time, right? Gold doesn't have to always keep its value up, but that has been acting as the uncorrelated asset, right? Or the antithesis to the risk on, right? This is the chart of gold here. I mean, as risk on assets have sold off, investors have come into gold looking at it as risk off, right? And I don't even like that term risk off because there is always risk, right? But they've looked at this as the, essentially the antithesis to the equities market, right? Bitcoin was hoping to be seen as that. And this is really the first time in history that there is a ton of global turmoil and potentially, signs of a looming global recession. And, every moon boy and their brother has been waiting for this day, like in a weird way, waiting for this to occur, for Bitcoin to go to the moon. And my friends, it's just done quite the opposite. And I mean, for me, this has been my thesis really for a very long time now, is that Bitcoin is just a speculative trading instrument. And I don't know why people make it out to be something way more than what it is, right? I mean, sure, you can have your own opinion on it, but I don't see the reason to create this fantasy world that Bitcoin is the greatest thing in the world, and that it's going to $100,000 or $1 million or $5 million. Just listen to what these people are saying, right? And these are the type of people that vilify me. They vilify Don Carbonaccio, looking for the swings in the market up and down as a trader. Right? They vilify me because I say that the price could go down. But when they make predictions of $1 million a coin, $5 million a coin, everybody takes that as, oh yeah, nice point. Oh yeah, great analysis there. Wow. What's wrong with these people, ladies and gentlemen? Is there something wrong in my head? I don't think so. Just think about that. I'm here with the realistic analysis of the chart in front of me, and the people shouting for $1 million Bitcoin are the ones that, are being praised, and I'm vilified. What is this? Is like an alternate reality that we live in, I feel like, right? So for me right now, my friends, I do think that there's a large probability here that if the global equities continue to sell off and risk on assets in general continue to sell off, that Bitcoin could get below this region here, start to trade within this channel here. And if this region here around 7,700 turns into a new resistance, I mean, for me, the next path here appears certainly to be downward into this channel here. And the problem with this channel here, my friends, is that there is not much support or resistance created anywhere within this range. And if we use our price range tool here to get an idea, this range is roughly a 52% range, right? So, things could get very turbulent in there. And I'm just preparing you mentally that, for traders, this is a dream come true. I'm going to be looking to trade this aggressively, and I'm going to keep you updated with all of my trades in real time, all of my trade setup ideas, my strategy ideas, my entries, my exits, my targets, all of it. As these Mooney Tune, Moonboy Montgomery degenerates continue to just hodl with a coin and a dream, it will be Don Carbonaccio looking to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can, looking for those potential high reward, low risk trade setups, whether the market goes up or whether it goes down. I'm looking to trade it to the best of my ability, right? For me, holding and thinking irrationally about so many different things. Fundamentals don't drive this market, James. If fundamentals drove the market, in my opinion, Bitcoin could be way higher. But unfortunately, here in the real world, fundamentals don't drive the market. Traders do. And it doesn't matter about Bitcoin and the halving or anything, in my opinion. Again, you're entitled to your own opinion. In my opinion, it's just about the price action. It's about the speculation. It's about greed. It's about fear. It's about this market moving irrationally. People over-leveraging themselves. People panicking, selling. People FOMOing, buying. That is what drives the market, not the fundamentals. And anybody that thinks it's the fundamentals that play a role here, I think that they're most likely to unfortunately, over the years have unfortunately just seen this thing deteriorate over time. And for me here, the fact of the matter is that, when the price goes down, you shouldn't be, just crying about it. When the price moves down, if there's a swift move, there's, essentially equal opportunity to the downside to get this crypto. And if it moves up, well, wonderful. I'll be looking for that opportunity as well. And I am going to keep you all updated in VIP with all of my trade setup ideas, entries, exits, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another real one here. If you do appreciate the realism that I provide, please give this video a thumbs up. I mean, like I said, it's really tough for many to hear what I'm saying about this, but I think it needs to be said. I mean, that's what I provide here for you, right? The cold hard opinion of the Don, and you don't have to like it, right? These moon boys, when they come into the house that Don Carbonaccio built, they can like it or they don't like it. But either way, they better learn to love it, because this stream right here is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. Let's get this crypto. Diamonds are forever, and so is Don Carbonaccio. Sheesh. Okay? So my friends, I am going to get back to my VIPs right now. I am going to be looking for potentially life-changing trading opportunity here, whichever direction this market breaks. Be prepared. I think we could get a reaction rally bounce up potentially, but if we fall through this box, well, things are going to get very interesting here, in my opinion, as I think the thesis for the bulls to climb back above this box in particular then, right, is going to get very, very difficult indeed. Let's get this crypto. So be on your toes here. I think there is going to be some potentially lucrative trading opportunities that come out of this range. I know I'm going to be looking to play them to the best of my ability to potentially crush it like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. That is what I will be keeping you up to date with in VIP around the clock. All of my entries, exits, targets, positions, ideas, etc. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And if you could one last time, my friends, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.